This is our morning stretch. My name is Marissa. We're going to start just by standing. If you have a yoga mat, just place it the long way. I have two here, but yours would just be the long way facing me. If you don't have a mat, you don't need one. Just the flooring is fine. Let's start by bending our knees and putting our hands on our thighs. Look to the ceiling, arch your spine as you inhale. Look into your belly, round your spine as you exhale. Do that 3 more times. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Do it 2 more times. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Do it 1 more time. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Push off your thighs, come to stand up. Lift your shoulders up, back and down. 3 more. Up, back and down. 2 more. Up, back and down. 1 more. Up, back and down. Sweep your arms out to the sides and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, lift to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out to the sides and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and all the way down. Inhale, lift to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out to the sides and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Hold on to your elbows overhead. Stretch up and over to your right. Keep holding onto your elbows. Send your left arm back by your left ear and look up towards the left. While you're stretching towards the right, ground down through the outside of your left pinky toe. So you're opening up the whole left side of your waist. Look straight ahead and rise up. Switch the grip of holding your elbows. Go up and over to your left. Stay stretching to the left. Take your right arm back by your right ear and look up to the right. While you're stretching to the left, ground down through the outside of your right pinky toe. So you're opening up the whole right side of you. Look straight ahead and rise up. Split your arms. Dive forward. Your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, lift to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees and take your right arm out to the side and up to the sky. Straighten only your right leg. Breathe here. On an exhale, lower your right hand down and bend your right knee. Straighten only your left leg. Take your left arm out to the side and up to the sky. Look up to see your thumb. On an exhale, lower this hand down and bend your knees. Take your hands and tap your knees, then tap your toes. Tap knees and toes. 3 toes, 4 toes, 5 toes, 6 toes, 7 toes, 8 toes. Drop your head, straighten your legs. Reach your arms forward and all the way to the sky. Your palms face forward. Keep your legs straight. Reach your arms forward and down. Reach your arms forward and all the way up. Reach your arms forward and down. 3 up and down. 4 up and down. 5 up and down. 6 up and down. 7 up and down. 8 up and down. Stay down. Drop your head. Bend your knees and take your hands to high finger pads right outside of your feet. Step your right leg long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Take your right knee into your chest. Stay here. Your right foot is off the ground and the right foot is flexed. Then go back to a lunge with that right leg. So the right knee comes in 2, lunge, 3, lunge, 4, lunge, 5, lunge, 6, lunge, 7, lunge, 8, lunge. Let's take that right knee back into the chest. We're going to move the right foot forward. It extends out in front of us. We come to sit down. Clasp your hands over your left shin, interlacing the fingers. Take your left hand behind you on high finger pads. Take your right arm to the ceiling. Take your right elbow outside your left knee, then turn and twist to the left. Breathe here. Keep the legs, unwind the torso and arms to center, clasp your hands over the shin, extend both legs long out in front of you, zip your legs together, flex your feet. Reach your arms up by your ears, come forward, let your hands hold the outsides of your feet. Lift your heart so you're not rounding and slouching in the upper back. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, lower your hands down to high finger pads outside of your hips. Bend your knees, step your feet down, the feet are apart. Drop your knees to your right, and then come to all fours, hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Inhale, arch your spine and look to the ceiling. Exhale, round your spine and look in. Do it 3 more times. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. 2 more. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Come to a neutral spine. It's just a flat back. Go up onto high finger pads. Step your left foot inside of your left thumb. Your back toes are already tucked. Lift your back knee and walk your back foot forward. Your feet are apart about 5-6 inches apart, and they're parallel to each other. Inhale, lift yourself to a flat back that your back is parallel to the ground like a tabletop. Then exhale, fold over, your palms face the back of your mat. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Clasp your hands overhead and take your hands behind your head. Narrow your elbows in and drop your chin to your chest. It's a stretch for the back of your neck. Bend your knees and let your elbows come down to touch your knees. Let's keep the hands clasped and the elbows narrow and come all the way back up to stand. Widen your elbows, arc backwards. Inhale here, exhale, come in and down. Go up and back on the inhale, come in and down on the exhale. Up and back on the inhale, in and down on the exhale. Let's do it 4 more times. Up and back, in and down. 3 more. Up and back, in and down. 2 more. Up and back, in and down. 1 more. Up and back, in and down. Stay here. Gravity is assisting you, getting a stretch to your spine. Release your hands outside of your feet. Drop your head and straighten your legs as best you can. Inhale, lift to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Bend your knees. You're on these high finger pads with your hands outside of your feet. Step your left leg long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Take your back knee into your chest. Stay here. Your foot is off the ground and your foot is flexed. Then take that left leg long back behind to a lunge. So the knee comes in and lunge. 3, lunge. 4, lunge. 5, lunge. 6, lunge. 7, lunge. 8, lunge. Take that back knee into your chest. You're going to send that left leg forward. It straightens. It comes out in front of you. You come to sit down. Clasp your hands over this right shin, sitting up nice and tall. Then take your right hand behind you on high finger pads. Your left arm goes to the ceiling. Left elbow comes outside the right knee. Turn and twist to the right. Keep the legs, unwind your torso and arms to center, clasp your hands over the shin, sitting up tall. Extend both legs long out in front of you, flex your feet, zip your legs together. Reach your arms up by your ears, come forward, hold on to the outsides of your feet. So you're reaching your heart forward, but instead of holding the tops of your feet, you're holding the outsides of your feet so you can lift your heart. Then reach your arms up, split your hands, they come down outside of your hips. Let's bend the knees, step the feet down, the feet are apart. Let's send the knees over to the left and we'll come to all fours, hands and knees, just rearranging yourself, coming back to face me. Let's walk the hands backwards and take the hands to the hip bones. Step your right foot forward, your knee is bent. Step your left foot forward, both knees are bent. Reach your arms up, then take your arms out to a T shape. Then reach your arms backwards, your palms are face up. We'll do that again. Reach forward, side, back. 7 forward, side, back. 6 forward, side, back. 5 forward, side, back. 4 forward, side, back. 3 forward, side, back. 2 forward, side, back. 1 forward, side, back. Let's reach the arms forward and lift your torso up. Keep your knees bent. It's like you're sitting in a tiny little chair. Bend your butt backwards so that your knees are right above your ankles instead of in front of the toes. Then take your hands to your hip bones. Take your right knee to the ground. Take your left knee to the ground. Take your hands down flat right under your shoulders. Your knees are under your hips and your toes are tucked. Go up onto high finger pads and step your left foot inside of your left thumb. Lift your back knee, walk your back foot forward. Inhale, lift to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Let's add on to the series we were doing. Let's take the right leg long back behind. Right knee goes into the chest. 8, back, 7, back, 6, back, 5, back, 4, back, 3, back, 2, back, 1, back. Right knee into the chest. Right leg goes long out in front of you. Come to sit with the right leg in front of you. Clasp your hands over your left shin. This time, instead of twisting, keep your hands clasped and take the left foot off the ground. You're going to lay down with that left knee into your chest. Take your arms to a cactus pose. Stay where you are. I just want to show you what that cactus pose looks like. Hold here. You're laying down. Let's bend this left knee across your body to the right. Take your right hand to the left knee and then extend your left arm long out in front of you, like half of it out to the side, like half of a T shape. Look to your left hand. Stay here. You're in a twist. Breathe here. Come to lay down on your back. Take your left knee into your chest. Clasp your hands over your left shin. Take both knees into the chest. Separate your hands over the knees. Rock yourself forward and back, gaining momentum. Then eventually you come to sit up. Cross your legs. Put your hands out in front of you. Come onto your knees. So you're pushing yourself onto your knees. Uncross. Go back to all fours, to hands and knees. From here, go up onto high finger pads. Step your left foot inside of your left thumb. Take your hands to your hip bones. Take your right foot forward. You're back to this chair pose with the feet apart. Take your arms forward, then reach the arms to the side, backwards. So we go forward, side, backwards. 3 forward, side, backwards. 4 forward, side, backwards. 5 forward, side, backwards. 6 forward, side, backwards. 7 forward, side, backwards. 8 forward, side, backwards. Reach the arms up. Let's do that series on the second side. Take your hands to high finger pads right outside of your feet. Drop your head and straighten your legs. Take your left leg long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Take the back knee into your chest and then back to the lunge. 2, lunge. 3, lunge. 4, lunge. 5, lunge. 6, lunge. 7, lunge. 8, take the knee into the chest, extend the leg long out in front of you, coming to sit down. Clasp the hands over the shin. Instead of coming to a twist, pick your right foot off the ground and then lean back. You're going to lay down with the right knee into your chest. Take your arms to a cactus pose. Drop your right knee across your body to the left. Take your left hand onto the right leg, encouraging that leg to drop to the ground. Extend your right arm out to the side like half of a T shape. Look to your right hand. Stay in the twist. Breathe here. Come to lay down on your back. Take your right knee into your chest. Clasp your hands over your shin. Take both knees into the chest, taking your hands onto your knees. Rock yourself forward and back so much that you gain momentum to come to sit up. Cross your legs. Walk your hands in front of your knees. Come to stand on your knees. Uncross your legs. You're back to all fours, to hands and knees. Go up onto high finger pads. Step your right foot inside your right thumb. Take your hands to your hip bones. Step your left foot forward. The knees are bent. Reach the arms up, chair pose. Reach the arms out to the side and back. So we're going forward, side, back. 3 forward, side, back. 4 forward, side, back. 5 forward, side, back. 6 forward, side, back. 7 forward, side, back. 8 forward, side, back. Reach the arms up. Have a negotiation where you're trying to pull your butt as far backwards and down as you can go, but you're trying to get your torso as far upright as you can go. Try not to arch your low back, so you're hugging your belly in so you can puff out and protect your low back. Take your hands outside of your feet, drop your head and straighten your legs as best you can. Inhale, lift yourself to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Take your right leg long back behind, you're in a low lunge. Take your whole back foot down and reverse cartwheel your arms coming up to a warrior 2, Reproduction 2. Your front knee is bent right over your front ankle and your back foot is over to the right a little bit. So there's this nice broad base of stability. Turn to face me with these T-shaped arms. Lift your back heel and pivot the heel to the sky. Float forward, your right leg comes off the mat. Your torso and right leg are parallel to the ground. Here you are in a warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Let's reach the arms forward and then bend your right knee into your chest. Your arms are lifting up. Reach your right leg straight out in front of you. Keep the legs straight, lower the straight leg down, split your arms, dive forward and down. Inhale, lift to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your right leg and left leg back to a downward facing dog. Your body looks like an upside down V. At the back of your mat, your feet are separated about 5-6 inches apart, and you're tugging your heels down towards the ground. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, go up and back, downward facing dog. Take your right leg to the sky. It's a down dog split. Bend your right knee in towards your nose as you come forward with your shoulders over your wrists. Then straighten your right leg under your left arm. Your pinky blade of the foot is coming down. You're going to slide this right leg away from you so that the right hip comes down. Point your back foot and take your elbows down. Between your forearms is a nice sharp rectangle. Turn your nose to the right. It's a stretch for the outside of your right hip. Breathe here. Look between your thumbs, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. We're going to come to a forearm plank. Unthread the right leg so the right leg goes behind you. You're down on your forearm. From this forearm plank, let's make our way to a regular plank. Go upwards and backwards, downward facing dog. Look between your hands and walk your feet forward to the front edge of your mat. You'll land at the front with the feet apart and parallel. Inhale, come to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, lift to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your left leg long back behind. You're in a low lunge. Set the whole foot down so you're gluing the sole of the foot down to the ground. Your left foot is over to the left and your left toes are facing forward. Reverse cartwheel your arms. You're coming up to a warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. There's a whole lot of length between the legs. Your front knee is bending right over your front ankle and the left foot is over to the left, so there's a broad base of stability. Take those nice wide arms and turn to me with these T-shaped arms. Then lift your back heel and pivot. You're in a lunge. Float forward. You're in a warrior 3 with your arms out at the side. So your back leg and torso are parallel to the ground. Reach your arms forward and come up to stand with the left knee into your chest. And then straighten your left leg out in front of you. Lower this leg down. Lower your hands down. You're just standing tall. Sweep your arms out and up. Dive forward, the arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold over. Step your left leg and then your right leg to a downward facing dog. You look like an upside down V. Inhale, come forward to plank, your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, go up and back, downward facing dog. Take your left leg to the sky behind you. It's a down dog split. Take your left knee in towards your chest. Lengthen this left leg under your right arm. You're going to slide the leg away so the outside of your left hip comes down to the mat. Point your back foot and come down onto your elbows. There's this nice rectangle shape between your forearms. And then look past your left shoulder. So you're in a twist. Breathe here. Look between your thumbs, keep your forearms down, tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. We're gonna come out to a forearm plank. So unthread the left leg so it reaches back behind you. You're in a forearm plank. Make your way to a regular plank. Go backwards, downward facing dog. Stretch here. Look between your hands and walk your feet forward to the front edge of your mat. Your feet go apart. Inhale, come to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, lift to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your right leg long back behind. Take your whole back foot down. Reach your arms forward and up. You're in a warrior one. Take your left hand to tap your upper back. Take your right hand behind you. The back of the hand goes up. Let's arc backwards. You're stretching here. Your arms are in what's known as cow face. Let's straighten the front leg and then come forward. Your torso comes parallel to the ground. Your front leg is straight. Just stay here, breathe here. Keep your front leg straight. Instead of your torso parallel to the front leg, your torso is parallel to the ground. Then bend your front knee and take your hands to high finger pads. Lift your back heel. Reach your arms forward and up. You're in a high lunge. Descend your back knee down to the ground. Point the back toes. Inhale, arc backwards. Your front knee and the hips are coming forward. Your torso and arms going backwards. Then come forward and down to high finger pads. Pull your hips backwards so you can straighten your front leg as best you can. Then flex your front foot. You're exposing the sole of the foot forward. You're tugging the toes back towards your nose. Breathe here. Take your left arm to the ceiling. You're in a twist. Lower this left hand down, bend your front knee, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, walk your back foot forward. Inhale, lift to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over, sweep your arms out and up, hands land shoulder distance apart. Dive forward, your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, lift to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Step your left leg long back behind, take your whole back foot down. Reach your arms forward and up. You're in a warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Take your right hand to touch your upper back. Take your left hand behind you, cow face arms. Inhale, arc backwards. Stay arcing backwards and straighten your front leg. Then come forward, your torso parallel to the ground. Linger here. Your right hip crease pulls backwards. Your left hip crease comes forward. Bend your front knee, take both hands down to frame your front foot. Lift your back heel, you're in a low lunge. Reach your arms forward and up, you're in a high lunge. Descend your back knee down to the mat, point your back foot. Inhale, arc backwards like you're going over a huge beach ball behind you. You're stretching the top of your left thigh, your left hip flexor. Come forward and down to high finger pads. Tuck your back toes and move your hips backwards so you can straighten your right leg. Then reach the right leg forward so that you're exposing the right sole of the foot as you flex your right foot. You're tugging the toes back towards your nose. Take your right arm to the ceiling. Look up to see your thumb. Lower this hand down, re-bend the right knee, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, walk your back foot forward. Inhale, come to a flat back tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Stay standing tall, just lower your hands down by your side. Hold on to your hip bones. Separate your legs wide, wide, wide apart. Take your arms to a T shape. Take your right hand to touch outside your left foot, and then come back up. Same leg, same arm, twisting and coming up. 3, up. 4, up. 5, up. 6, up. 7, up. 8, stay down. Your left arm is reaching to the ceiling. Look up to see your thumb. Breathe here. Come back to that T shape facing me. Twist to the left, your right hand. Oh, so twist to the right, your left hand comes outside the right foot, and then back up. Do it again. Twist, up. 3, T. 4, T. 5, up. 6, up. 7, up. 8, stay in the twist. Look up to see your thumb. Come back to a T shape. Take your hands to your hips. Heel toe the feet in just slightly. Bend the knees. The knees are facing forward. The toes are facing forward. Take your hands down to the ground inside of your feet. Drop your head and straighten your legs as best you can. It's a wide-legged forward bend, not super wide with the legs. We're dropping our head down. Feel the stretch at the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Come back up, take your hands to your hips, come all the way up. Heel toe the feet to come in. Have your feet right under your hips. Take your right heel forward. Your toes are directed towards the sky, the sole of the foot exposed. Your left knee is bent and your right leg is straight. Take your hands down right below your front knee, stretching over. Try not to come over with a rounded back. Instead, come over with this nice, strong, straight spine. Let's come back up, return this foot in. Take your left foot out in front of you. The heel is down, the toe is up. Your right knee is bent and your left leg is straight. Creep your hands down below your front knee. Reach your heart forward as you're coming over this front leg. Come back up, we'll step the foot in, bend your knees, the feet are apart, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, sit down into this, take your hands to prayer, take your elbows down to the ankle and knee. Return your hands to your hip bones, step the foot down, the knees are bent, and then come to stand back up. The feet are apart, the knees are apart, the toes are facing forward. Bend your knees, take your left ankle over your right thigh, the knee opens to the side. Squat down into this with the right knee bending, take your hands to prayer, maybe the elbows touch the knee and the ankle. To come out, take your hands to prayer, come back up, your foot steps down. At first, the knees are bent, then straighten your legs. Reach your arms to the ceiling, clasp your hands overhead, turn the palms away. Keep your hands clasped, come forward and down. Your palms touch the ground out in front of you. Your legs are straight. Inhale, go up and back with straight legs. Exhale, come forward and in with straight legs. 3, up and back, forward and in. 4, up and back, forward and in. 5, up and back, forward and in. 6, up and back, forward and in. 7, up and back, forward and in. 8, up and back, forward and in. Stay here, stretch here. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs, your hamstrings. Release your hands outside of your feet, bend your knees and put your hands on your thighs. Push off your thighs, come to stand up. Broaden across your collarbones. Let your hands come down by your side and turn your palms forward. So you're here in this very strong posture, this Tadasana, that your abdomen is hugging in and up. You're standing tall and breathing freely. Thank you so much for coming in and joining this morning stretch. My name is Marissa.